Hi friends, I've been waiting for you. It's Dr. Cherry with your art challenge of the week. Okay, so let's look. Last time we were together, the challenge was to draw something under the sea. I really liked some of the drawings that I received. I especially liked the ones that had treasures and people swimming through. Those were really fun. Now this week we're shifting gears and we're going to do something above the water. We're going to draw a colorful bird. Our inspiration is an artist named Henri Rousseau, and he was a French artist who drew and painted pictures of animals in their habitats. Do you know what a habitat is? A habitat is a place where people or animals lived. So the interesting thing about Henri Rousseau is he never went to the places that he painted about. He went to the zoo to look at the animals. And do you remember where he went to look at the plants? Right, he went to the greenhouse. So some of my older students remember that because we've studied Henri Rousseau before, but my younger friends may not know. So Henri Rousseau didn't actually go anyplace. He got his ideas from magazine pictures and going to the zoo and the greenhouse. Actually, he worked at a place and they called him Le Douanier, which is French, I believe, for the ticket taker or the toll taker. And that's something he did when he was painting. All right, so here you see my final drawing of a colorful bird. I'm going to imagine he's in the rainforest or something, out and free and not in a cage. We're going to do it together step by step. I'm going to show you the steps. You can freeze frame it if you need to. Got it? And now we're going to draw it together step by step. Now if you were in class and we were doing it together step by step, when you were finished, what would you do? You'd give me a thumbs up, right? Well, I'm just going to pause, and you can pause it if you need to between the steps. All right, so you're using a pencil. I'm using a Sharpie so that you can see it, but you use a pencil first. Do you remember the steps? Draw, trace, erase, last one, color. So since you're using a pencil, you can erase anything that you don't need. I'm using a Sharpie, so if I make a mistake, it's going to be called a happy accident. We're going to keep it and keep it moving. All right, for the first part of our bird, we're going to draw like a backwards C. Can you see that? Okay. Thumbs up? Good. The top of that line, we're going to add a triangle. Give me a thumbs up. Good. The top of that triangle, we're going to add a dot. That's actually the bird's nose, not his beak. This is his mouth. Got it? All right, now we're going to close off this space here, but we're going to make the bottom part more like an oval. That's his body. We're going to use the same shape again, the backward C, to draw his wing. Starting to look like a bird yet? All right, another one of the shapes that we use all the time, circles. So we're going to add a circle for his eyes. Now here's the fun part. He needs to have big, fun feathers. So we're going to use loopy lines. You could use jagged lines if you want. Maybe we'll use jagged lines down here for his tail feathers. Got it? I'm going to add a little more detail to his head feathers and his tail feathers. Anything goes, it's up to you. Now I'm going to draw in the corner a reminder. In first grade, we learned about different kinds of lines. We learned about straight lines, zigzag lines, wavy lines, loopy lines, broken lines, branching lines, remember this one? It's a castle line. We're going to look at those and use those for decorating our bird. So I think on his wing, I might want to use the loopy line and the wavy line. for his body, I think these zigzag and straight. Good. Now, right now, he's not flying or sitting, so we need to add a few things. We're going to have him perched, and perched just means to hold on. So he's going to be holding on using his claws or his talons. And so these are like little ovals. You see that? We want him to be holding on to something, so I'm going to draw a tree branch, just something for him to hold on to. Now, colorful birds are usually found in tropical rainforests, or I don't know where else. Where else would you find a colorful bird? Pet store? But we're going to pretend that this one is out in nature where it belongs. So he needs to be surrounded by things that will help him camouflage. What is camouflage? Camouflage is to blend in with the background of the environment. So we probably need something really big and colorful. So I'm going to add some flowers that are going to be hanging from the trees. And then when I color them in, I can make them similar colors to my bird here. Add some big leaves hanging down. What else could you add if he were in the rainforest? Maybe a snake. Maybe there's a snake coming up the tree. And again, we can use those lines to decorate our snake. Okay, I'm going to add more leaves. Some lines, some texture to the tree so it looks like wood. Okay, we're all set. I'm going to leave it to you to add some more flowers and leaves around our bird so that he or she can be camouflaged. Got it? All right, so let me show you the step-by-step again. So we started with a backward C. We added a triangle and a circle for the beak and the eye. We drew a line through the middle of the triangle so his mouth could actually open. Another backward C for his wing. Some big fancy head feathers and a long fancy tail. And then we just filled it in with the different kinds of lines that we have already learned about. I did not do such a good job camouflaging this. I just wanted to see his pretty colors. I wasn't thinking about how he would hide. I guess he will hide in the leaves. And in my picture, it's starting to become nighttime, so he'll be safe because it will be dark soon. I'm going to see what you come up with. Will yours be camouflaged? Will it be high up in a tree? Will it be in a nest? Will it be on someone's shoulder? Maybe a pirate. That's cool. So, let me see what you come up with. I can't wait to see it. Now remember, we're practicing because practice makes... Do you remember what I like to say? Practice makes... I can't hear you. Progress, that's right. So we're practicing. Don't worry about it if it's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're just having fun, learning about different kinds of lines and shapes and colors. And if you're interested, look up Henry Rousseau and look at some of his paintings. All right, till next time.